Welcome back to the Story of Liberty. This is John Bona. You know, there are so-called religious states in America. States that have more professing Christians than other states. There was a survey done in 2012 throughout the whole year by Gallup poll. And Mississippi led the pack as the most Christian state in the country. The assessment is based on the percentages of people in each state who consider themselves to be very religious. Gallup said that 58% of people in Mississippi reported being very religious or Christian, a category that the pollster defines those saying that religion, the Christian religion, is an important part of their daily life and that they attend religious services every week, or almost every week. Louisiana and Arkansas were at 53%. Let me list the 10 most Christian states in our country. Of course, as I said, Mississippi was at 58% of the people saying they were Christian, and they attended services once a week or almost every week. Alabama had 56%, Louisiana 53%. Arkansas and South Carolina were tied at 52% of the people saying they were Christian and they attended services at least once a week or almost every week. Tennessee and North Carolina were at 50% of the people. One half of the people attend services every week. And Christianity is an important part of their lives. Georgia and Oklahoma were next with 48%. Now, in contrast, the least Christian states in 2012 probably won't surprise you. It was in the Northeast, mainly. Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. There were some West Coast states, Oregon and Washington, and of course Hawaii and Nevada, that were least Christian. Only 19% of people in Vermont identified themselves as being very religious. It's interesting because nationwide, over 40% of Americans were classified as very religious in 2012. And only 31% of Americans were considered non-religious, meaning that the Christian religion was not an important part of their daily life, and that they seldom attend a religious service. But the high majority of people in America said that the Christian religion was an important part of their daily life. It's important that we go to church because good things happen. Good things happen through the inspiration of this gathering at the local church. People are encouraged to be involved in a small group, and that cultivates growth. That facilitates positive change to create God-centered communities in America. When we go to church, we seek the Lord's direction and guidance. We recognize our privileges and responsibilities before God. We're, in a sense, linked with other communities that share our same desire to deepen the spiritual life and strengthen the moral fiber of our communities. All across this great land, people gather on Sunday. There are many who go and find that through the fellowship of Jesus Christ, we can build strong communities. When people come together bound by the Spirit of Christ, a shared commitment, and a great love for one another develops, great things happen. Remember, Jesus said, where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. In Matthew 18, 19, and 20. Well, if I were moving, I would move to one of these religious states. Birds of a feather flock together. I would go to Mississippi, where almost 60% of the people are very Christian and they go to church every week. Or Alabama, Louisiana, Arkansas, North or South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, or the land of the Sooners in Oklahoma. That's where I would raise my family if I was starting out. I would go to a state where there were like-minded people. The Northeast is the Northeast. We have lots of friends up there. But it's interesting that the southeastern part of the United States, has become the most Christian. I wonder why that is happening. In a sense, is the South arising up again? What is taking place here in America? The Northeast, the most irreligious. We're not talking about any individuals or a group, but the totality of it, of those states. Why is it that the Northeast is the most irreligious? Why is it that the Southeast is the most religious, the most Christian? It's an interesting question, isn't it? Birds of a feather flock together. God bless you, and thank you for joining us at the Story of Liberty.